Alright, so hello one and all, and welcome back to another Danganronpa v3 video. So today I will be talking about the second newest update on the danganronpa.us/v3 website. Link in the description below to find out about non-spoiler stuff about the characters, some trailers, which is actually the newest update, which I'm so late on making this video that there's a new tab. Because it seems like that the website gets updated for every new trailer. But and now I'll be talking about the system tab, talking about the gameplay and how Clash Trials work, the new additions to them, just talking about the gameplay and just a little bit of backstory, I guess, about the Academy. And after we're done talking about all that, I have a theory about who the first victim is. It was guessed to 3 people, which is like a very loose guess, but then it went down to 2, which is a little bit more specific, and then 1 very specific guess, but then it went up to 2 guesses for people, and both of them very specific. So the Ultimate Academy for Gifted Juveniles. So this this school is where the 16 students are for the killing game, and the classrooms and hallways are overrun with a lot of grass and weeds and all that. So that means that this is very far in the future, because this appears to be the Hope's Peak Academy school. So yeah, I wonder where Naegi is, because he's the new headmaster, or was. Monokuma is the new headmaster now. So there's a warehouse stocked with a variety of useful supplies, a dining hall complete with a full working kitchen. I feel like that the warehouse is going to be important for some reason. I have no idea why. Maybe a murder is going to take place. I just have a gut feeling. And a lot of my gut feelings about this game have been right due to spoilers that I found out. A game room, and every student has their own talent-specific research lab. If Chiaki was still alive, the game room would be her research lab. So yeah, the talent-specific research lab. It's a very interesting concept, I guess. It seems to be your bedroom for the game, and yeah, I don't know why her door is all beat up in the prologue. So I would assume this is supposed to be the protagonist room from the trailer, or the demo. The Ultimate Initiative. So this paragraph here is just talking about what ultimates are, and no, that's it, just what are ultimates. And it's interesting here what Kaidi is saying, but this is my first time meeting another ultimate student. So again, this is backing up that this is far in the future. Because this would mean that despair is taking over the world and there's not many ultimates left other than the ultimate despair, and I don't think that the people who believe in hope would count that as an actual ultimate talent. The Ultimate Academy regulations. So if anyone violates these rules, they may be executed, which is interesting how it's worded like that. They may be executed by the Exiles. I'm going to pronounce them exiles because I feel like it. Ultimate Academy regulations. I'm just going to read off all the rules and my thought and give you my thoughts about them. Students are required to cohabitate at the Ultimate Academy for the remainder of their foreseeable future. When a murder is committed at the Academy, a Clash trial will be conducted. Participation in this trial is mandatory for all surviving students. If the killer, referred to as the Blackened, is correctly identified during the Clash trial, only the Blackened will be punished for their crime. But if the Blackened is not identified, or if an incorrect student is identified as the Blackened, all students except for the Blackened will be punished for the crime. If the Blackened survives the Clash trial, they are declared the winner, at which point they will graduate from the Ultimate Academy and re-enter the outside world. If innocent students or the spotless will continue to survive the Clash trials, the killing game will continue until there's only 2 remaining students. Nighttime is officially designated as the hours between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. During this time, the dining hall and gymnasium will be closed. There's more, don't worry. Oh. All acts towards Monokuma, the headmaster of the Ultimate Academy, are strictly prohibited. Monokuma will never directly participate in a murder, and your monopads are very important items. Make sure you do not damage them. A body discovery announcement will occur when 3 or more students discover a body. Students have free reign to explore the Ultimate Academy as they see fit, and the students who violate these rules will be exterminated with the exiles. And the headmaster may add additional rules to the list at any time. So that was a lot to say, but pretty much with the for number 6, wow, that is bright compared to all this dark and pink, that bright and blue. Jeez. The spotless. At first, when I read that, I didn't understand why it was called the spotless and not the whitened, because I think that's what they were called in the previous games, or at least in number 1. But it's the spotless because there's no spots of blood on them. You get it? I get it now. Now to number 7. During nighttime, the gym and dining hall are closed. I feel like that's gonna take that'll help in a murder, maybe to separate people, so no one has an alibi, kind of. I don't know. It's just a little thought. And these 2 Monokuma ones, ever since the Mono Cubs have been introduced, even in the trailers and all that, I thought, what if they're able to partake in murders, and what if they're allowed to hurt Monokuma without being punished? Or are they counted as one of the students as well? Not to say that there's only like 11 students, but what if they're kind of extras? And they have to follow the rules as well. Also, for those who are wondering, the mono pads are your e-handbooks, I'm pretty sure. That's what they were called in the first game, I think. And it's interesting how it says, make sure you do not damage them. So that is saying, if someone does damage their e-handbook, they die. And students have free reign to explore the Ultimate Academy as they see fit. With the previous 2 games, Danganronpa 1 and 2, it's never been like that. I'm pretty sure in Danganronpa 1 there was a rule about don't break anything, but then like there wasn't a rule, but then when someone did it, then there was a rule. But with Danganronpa 2, it was just don't litter, which means do not break things as well. So I wonder if they're allowed to kind of break the walls and everything. I wonder. So now the game flow. The story of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony is divided into chapters. In each chapter, you must identify the culprit responsible for that chapter's murder case. By doing so, you will progress to the next chapter of the story. The reason why I actually read that word for word is because of the wording for that. By what that is saying is that maybe you can lose in every trial if you do certain things wrong, which is kind of cool, other than like, oh no, I got it wrong, I guess I should try harder, and then you're able to repick. But it'd be cool if there was like an actual animation for each thing and showing what happens when everyone else dies. But in a way that would spoil who it actually is. But if you're actually at the point of choosing who is the culprit, I think that it's okay to get spoiled. Daily life. So again, I'm going to read this word for word. During the daily life segments of the game, you will observe the students as they live out their lives and plan their escape from the Ultimate Academy. There's a couple things here that are interesting to say. You will observe the students, meaning that you are not one of them. So what's this saying? What this is saying is, what if you play as the traitor? Or what if you play as the mastermind? Or someone that doesn't belong kind of in this killing game? And escape from the Ultimate Academy. That and plan their escape. So it seems like that the people in this will be more invested, like the characters will be more invested in escaping more than actually killing each other and all that. The deadly life, pretty much it's just the investigation mode. Clash trial, which I'm not going to talk about that because we have this whole section here for it. So the non-stop debate, we already know about that. If it's orange or /yellow text, you shoot your truth bullet to disagree with it, but if it's blue, then you shoot it to agree with the statement. And agree points are what you get when you agree with someone, which I'm pretty sure that's a new thing in the Danganronpa games. I've never heard of them before, so I don't know what they do. Lying. So I don't completely understand this whole system here. I hope that I understand when I actually get into the game. But this appears to be the replacement of the stealing someone else's kind of text from the second game and using it against them. This appears to replace that function. So then the mass panic debate. this is similar to the non-stop debates, but instead of one person talking at a time, it can be up to 3 people talking at a time. And I would assume that this is the when Gonta in one of the trailers, he's speaking over someone, I think it's Angie, and she's all locked up in chains until you shut him down, then she can speak. So I wonder if that's the Mass Panic debate. Rebuttal Showdown, Truth Blade. So it's just you versus one other student, and then you argue, and then you slash their words out of their mouth. And now the mini games. There's Mind Mine, which apparently this can spoil something about the first trial. I don't know what. That seems to be Yashirobe's ball, a dumbbell, and maybe a knife blade. I can't really tell. So, I don't know. I'm not going to read any of this. You can read it. Give yourself time to pause or whatever. I don't know. I'm going to skip this one because I don't care about this minigame. So now this taxi one, this appears to be like that the mind game from number 2, where you're on a surfboard and then you like choose the right answer. So who is not here, the victim or the culprit? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I don't get that. Oh well. Hangman's Gambit 3.0. I absolutely hated the second one, 2.0. So I hope this is actually decent. Because it was so frustrating. Just a waste of time to do it. Debate Scrum. So this is when the students are split up into 2 teams, and they have to steal each other's points and use it against them. And they argue and they try to win. So yeah, I'll give you time to pause if you want to read it here, or better yet, just go on the website. But anyways, what I want to talk about is a little theory. I think I'm going to go with this one. Speaking about this image right here, the debate scrum. So this could be very big spoilers to the first trial. So pretty much it's, if you don't want to get spoiled about this, who the first victim may be, stay away probably. But pretty much what I'll be doing, the method of finding out who it is who isn't here. Then you can find out the first victim. And it's actually kind of easy to figure out. You just need to use a couple of these images. Well, no shit. These are the only images here. Anyways, yeah, so stay away if you don't want to know. And I'll be talking more victim stuff from this and on. Pretty much you see Oma, Miyu Umura, Korekiyu, Maki, Himiko, and you can see the little tiny little flower thing from Tenko. There's Rontaro in the back there. There's Gonta. Remembering names is hard. Kaidi, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I don't care. Suichi, Kaito, Angie, Sumiki. What's her name? I'm forgetting the last person. Hey, this website is useful. Her name is Kurumi. So you can see Kurumi there, and then you can see the little fluff of hair back there. That's Kibo. But if you want a better look of it, there's Tenko right there. There's Himiko. I don't know what that round thing is. That could be, what's his name? Ryoma. That could be Ryoma, but I don't know. It doesn't really fit. He doesn't fit in there because I counted where each person is, and that doesn't seem to be him. And I think that you know where I'm going with this, who is absent. And then you can see everyone there, yeah, on that side. So anyways, so this appears to have Ryoma the last person out, or the only person out of this, so possibly he is the first victim. But this is not the only theory that I have, because now I'll be actually looking at the trial images, showing who isn't here. And I'm not going to torture you with me trying to read out all the names again. What I did actually was find out where everyone was in the circle, but it was kind of hard because you couldn't see where Sumigi, Korekiyu, and Angie were. You just saw them all together in this image right here. But you couldn't tell where they were because there was 2 extra spaces where Rontaro and Maki were, but you couldn't see them. They are never shown in any of these images. Well, one of them was shown in one. So the 3 that I was guessing who aren't here and who could be the victim is Rantaro, Maki, and Suichi, like the three biggest characters in the game pretty much. But if you do look in this image, there's Suichi right there. So now it's down to Maki and Rantaro. And how I found them was kind of interesting, because this image always looked very interesting to me, because you could see feet there, you could see head, you could see hair there, another foot, and pretty much these look like what's her name, Kurumi's feet. You can see little ribbons there, you can see ribbon type things there, so that is Kurumi. And what I did was go into the IGN demo trailer to find out who was beside her, because this doesn't show right here. But this is actually Ryoma, because I couldn't find out where Ryoma was as well, I don't think. Because I don't think that I could tell where Ryoma was as well, so I needed the trailer for that. So then I got his space down, and then beside him is actually Maki. I couldn't really tell who it was, because I was actually looking at a cropped image of this, and what I did was use a negative image filter on the phone, which didn't work. So then I went to my PS Vita, and then I did it, and it worked. But then beside her is Angie, so that tells us exactly where Tsumugi, Kurokyu, and Angie are, and then that only leaves Rantaro, who is not shown anywhere. He's the only character in this circle that is never shown. So that's kind of it. Ryoma or Rantaro. I think it's obvious who the answer is. Who is going to be the first victim out of the two, because they both don't make sense, because Ryoma is obviously in the first trial, but then so is Rantaro. You can see that he's in there as well. So I don't know, like, because this shows everyone but Ryoma, and these images show everyone but Rantaro. Though these could be taken from screen caps of future trials as well as the first trial, so they could be somewhat misleading us in a way, showing us some scenes with characters that are alive versus some that aren't actually alive but you can't see them. I don't know. It's they're clever here. So yeah, it's either Rantaro or Ryoma, I guess, due to these, which could easily be made up from the game developers themselves, just making up scenarios, just developing them, and then just quickly doing this. Anyways, that's it for the video. So just the new system tab. I'll probably go over the special tab when that comes out, and I'm thinking of talking about the newest trailer, because it's interesting. And there's something about Maki that's kind of interesting, what she says in this trailer, in the English one. So anyways, that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.